Thank you for stopping by the Random Green Channel, blah, 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 blah. Well, tonight, I wanted to do a video on my predictions for Week 8 in NCAA Gridiron football. So, as you can see, there's a schedule here. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see, hopefully. It's about as best I'm going to get it so you can see. So, everybody wants to talk about Penn State at Ohio State. I'll tell you what, who I'm rooting for is definitely Penn State. But I think Ohio State will find a way to win. It's at home. It's at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll find out a lot about this team. I have Ohio State winning 31-29. Very close game. Hate to say it, but it's going to happen. UCF, Central Florida at Oklahoma. Oklahoma will win this game. I think it's going to be close. Actually, scratch that. I think you know what? It probably will be close, but since I say it'll be a blowout, it will be close. I'm going to say Oklahoma will win. They'll put up 47 to 22. Oklahoma wins. Air Force at Navy. Air Force, you think they're going to win these rivalry games. One thing about it, you look at it as a fan, you think, oh, here, hold on once. Air Force and I'm going to do this. Get a little further. There we go. That looks a little better. Air Force, you think, okay, the cadets, cadet schools are not cadets, but the military schools, Navy, Air Force, Army. I wish Marines would have like a gridiron team at university. But like I say, these rivalries between like Air Force, Navy, Air Force, and Army, are not as well hyped as Army versus Navy, but they're a real big rivalry. However, on this occasion, I got Air Force winning, and they should win by 2 touchdowns, maybe 3 touchdowns. I'll say 41-21. Air Force wins over Navy. Mississippi State and Arkansas. Mississippi State, I just don't see them going to Arkansas and winning. So I'm going to go with Arkansas. I don't know what the scores are, but I kind of want to make this video brief. Rutgers at Indiana. I'm going to go with Rutgers. Rutgers will continue on. They came back and against my Michigan State Spartans. And it was kind of like it was one of those games where Rutgers. I made a video last week that explained the targeting rule. The targeting, I might put it at the end of the video so you can click on it and watch it if you want to. Rutgers and Indiana, or Rutgers came back. They had a penalty, a targeting penalty, a bad call targeting penalty. And anyway, Rutgers will beat Indiana. Boston College at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech will find a way to win. It'll be close. Boston College is a hot and cold team. Boston College is one of those teams that plays good against good teams and bad against bad teams. So they play well, like they play, Baylor at Cincinnati. Baylor. Memphis at UAB. Memphis. Western Michigan at Ohio. I'll take Ohio. Charlotte at East Carolina. East Carolina's struggling. But I think in this game, East Carolina finds a way to beat Charlotte. Louisiana Monroe at Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern. Akron at Bowling Green. Bowling Green. Washington State at Oregon. With Oregon find a way to win. Tennessee at Alabama. Tennessee beat them last year. It was a really high-scoring game, I think. Yeah. I got Alabama winning this time. South Carolina at Missouri. I'm going to go with South Carolina in an upset. North Texas at Tulane. Minnesota at Iowa. Wisconsin at Illinois. Northwestern at Nebraska. I'm going to go to Nebraska that one. South Florida at UConn. Gosh, UConn. They're struggling. Made a bowl game last year. They turned it around. But Pittsburgh at Wake Forest. Pittsburgh upset. Who did they upset? They upset Louisville. So I think they continue and they beat Wake Forest at Wake Forest. Oklahoma State at West Virginia. I like to say Oklahoma State's my second favorite team. I love the Oklahoma State. They're just right up there with Michigan State. I mean, they could easily be tied with Michigan State. Pokey Nation gets a W. I can't go against Oklahoma State. They beat West Virginia. Central Michigan at Ball State. I don't know. Ball State. Eastern Michigan at Northern Illinois. You know what? Why am I going? Those are the top 25 I'll do. North Carolina will beat Virginia. Auburn's going to beat Ole Miss at home. Upset. Two purple teams, TCU at Kansas State. We'll go with Kansas State because they wear silver helmet. They have silver helmets. No, that has nothing to do with it. You know what? TCU's on a roll, so I'll say TCU upsets Kansas State in the big game. And again, that's not the top 25. Michigan at Michigan State. Michigan will kill them. I mean, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't mean not literally kill. That's a figure of speech when I say kill. They'll roll over Michigan State. Duke at Florida State. Army at LSU. Utah will beat USC. Although I wouldn't be surprised if USC. Clemson at Miami. Clemson. Okay. Yeah, there's Dan Marino. And UCLA at Stanford. We'll go Stanford. Stanford's going to continue. You know, UCLA's, I don't know. Arizona State at Washington. I say Arizona State an upset. I got Arizona State. I just see Washington win because they're a top 5 team. They're another purple team. I like when they wear their gold helmets. Well, I like when they wear those purple helmets with gold. Anyway. Oops. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel.